Hey everyone, this is Sandeep back with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to continue building our Movie Mania site. So this is more of a JavaScript project, a series of videos which I'm creating. So this is the next part of that series. So let's jump directly into the video and start coding. If you haven't watched the previous videos, where I'm building this Movie Mania's application step by step, the link of the playlist is in the description. You can go and watch the previous videos. So in this part of the video, we are going to work on the selection of the movie. So in the last part, right, we were here, right? So if I type something here like Inception, we were showing the list of movies, so they're loading, right? So now in this part of the video, what we are going to do, so if I click on this Inception, right, I want to show that title here inside this text input, and I need to load the details of that movie and show it below, so right in this part, in this area. So I'm going to open my panel also, developer tools panel, that I'll keep open. And okay, so let's go back and see into our code. So here, when I'm rendering the movies here, right, one by one. So this is the area movies. I need to check where I'm rendering. So on input, we are fetching the movies, right? And we are rendering the search results here, right? Okay, so I need to target this anchor element, and I need to add an event listener for this anchor element here, right? So let's do that. So anchor dot add event listener. So whenever I'm going to click on that option, so let's listen for the click event. I'm going to write a function. This is my handler function where so I need to do multiple actions here, right? The first one is I need to hide that drop down, which we are showing, right? So that code is already written. So I'm just going to remove this isActive class, and that will remove that drop down. Okay. Next, I need to target my search input. So where is my search input? I need to find the name input, right? This is my name input, and I want to set the value of this name input to movie.title. So I need to search for the movie, right? So movie, and movie got the title, right? So I'm going to move this code just below this line so that, I can leverage these values. Or maybe let's do it after the HTML part. So I can just say the title. So that title I am grabbing here from the movie object. Okay, so I'm removing the isActive class. I'm showing the title also. The next thing I want to do is, or maybe let's test the application till now. So I'll go back and search for Inception. Okay, so now it's loading. I'm clicking, you see the Inception, right? And even that drop down is gone. Now I have to show the details related to this movie here down below. Okay, how to do that? So first of all, I need to load the details about this movie. And for that, I need to refer my IMDb API. So in IMDb API Swagger link, I have directly opened the Swagger link. There is a API for that. And this one, right? If I'm not wrong. So we can search for any title, single title. So we can pass the ID, we can pass the API key, and we can pass the language. So language will be English. So I'm going to search for the English movies only. But I can pass the ID. That ID I'm getting here in this movie object. So I'm getting that ID also. So for that, I'm going to call a function. I'll create a function fetch movie, and I'll pass the movie object. Okay, so let not fetch movies. It just fetch movie because I'm fetching the single movie. Let's write that function here. Fetch movie. It's going to accept the movie object, and here, so this will be the async function, obviously, because I'm going to load some data. I'm going to grab. So let's do the console.log just for now, just to see what we're getting in the movie. And then probably I can write the entire code. So I'll go back, I'll search for Inception. There you go. I'm clicking on that and we're getting the Inception movie details, right? So I'm going to use this ID. So let's grab this ID, or maybe I'll just copy and paste some of the code from here. So let's copy and paste this code, this try catch block entirely from here to here. And I'm going to use Axios IMDb API. This time I need to change the name of the API, right? So the name of the API is lang API title. So let's add that lang slash API slash title. And what are the arguments? I need to pass the API key, but I don't need to pass the expression here. I need to pass the ID. So let's pass the ID, and ID I'm getting from the movie object, right? So I can use that movie.id. Okay, and hopefully we'll get the response. I'm just going to remove this, and just for now, I'm going to do the console.log. And let's see what response we are getting when we are fetching the movie and passing the ID and referring to the right. Okay, not lang. I need to pass the en here. API title, params, API key, movie.id. And let's see what response we are getting. I'm calling the fetch movie here, where I'm clicking on that. Inception. Click. See that? I think I'm getting the data back. You see that I'm getting all the data. Now I'm going to use some of the data from here, and we are going to decide what we wanted to show actually. We're getting the data, we're getting actor list, we're getting awards, box office, and so many other things. So I want to definitely show the image. That's for sure. So we're getting the image here. I want to show the movie name. Probably we can use the full title. I want to show the plot. I mean, just a brief story about the movie, a brief description about the movie, this plot. I'm going to use IMDb also, right? We can use IMDb ratings also. I'm going to ignore IMDb rating votes for now. And maybe we'll show the box office data. That is really important. So we'll show all of this box office data also, like budget and the gross revenue that movie has generated. So first of all, let's extract this data from this object. Okay. And obviously this is response.data. So I'm just going to, so I'm fetching the movie here. I'm going to call a function called render movie. Okay. So let's have the separation of cursor. So there will be a separate function for rendering the movie, and I'm going to pass the response.data here. Okay. And we know what data we are getting. So let's write this render movie function now. Render movie, and we'll get the movie object, right? Which I'm going to pass, that is response.data. And let's grab the data now. Const. Let's use the destructuring syntax to grab the data. So I need a full title. So that will be full title. I will need the image also, right? So let's grab the image. I will need the plot. So let's take the plot, and I'll need the IMDb rating also. So let's do that. IMDb rating. IMDb rating. IMD is capital, man. This is really different. D is capital. You can copy and paste also. So IMDb rating. Okay, next I need the box office data. Now the now inside data, box office is an object. And so how to destructure the nested object, right? So you can do that. Just grab the box office from here. So I can grab the box office object, and I can do something like this. So this is called the nested destructuring. So I'll grab the box office, and from box office, I need the budget and I need the gross USA. So budget, let's do some spacing, and I'll say gross USA. Okay, I think this looks good to me. Let me just, okay, so we have grabbed all the data, right? Now we need to render this data, but where we are going to render this data? So we need to create something inside our HTML, some section where we are going to render this data. So I'm going to copy this section, and let's name it, movie detail. Okay, so we're going to grab this section movie detail and we'll render the data inside that. So for that, let's copy and paste some of the document.query selector syntax, maybe like this from here. And just above the render movies, I'm going to keep all the elements, related elements there. So this will be movie detail and the class name. I think I haven't given the class name. I have given the class name, right? So let's copy and paste this class name, movie detail here. Okay, so we're getting the movie detail object. Now I'm going to use it, right? And we'll do the inner HTML equals to, we'll use our backticks, right? That's the standard we are following throughout the video. And inside that, now I need to write some code. So now I'll go back to Bulma and I'll use some of the elements. So I'm going to use box. So we'll show the entire movie detail inside a box. So let's copy this and let's call it a box. Let's close it. Inside that box, I'm going to leverage some of my existing code of, where I was rendering the movies, right? Top 250 movies, if you remember. So let's grab that. So I'm going to grab the entire article section. Okay. Let's grab the entire article section from here. And let's put it. Where is my render movie? Here. Probably I need to do some tabbing here. And then probably again. Okay. So I got my article, then so this is just copying and pasting. I think I don't want to write the entire code. So article, media, right? Media left, then this image. Obviously, I'm going to use the image. For title, I'm going to use full title. So let's replace that. So I need to show the image. I need to show the title also, right? So I'm going to keep this part, but I'm going to remove this part, right? So we're going to show the title and we're going to show the plot also, right? So let's add the plot here inside this paragraph. So let's show the plot. Okay, so I'm grabbing all those values here. Okay, plot, image, full title. Now the other things also I need to write it down. So for the other things, again, I'm going to refer Bulma. So maybe, just until now, I think I have written a lot of code. So let's test this code. So I'm going to save and let's see what we are getting. Okay, so I'm going to type Inception. We're getting the movies. Yes, I'm going to click and you see that? I can see we're showing the image, we're showing the title, we're showing the plot also. Now we need to show some of the other details, right? So for that, I'm going to refer Bulma. And I already did some research, so we're going to use notification. So why this notification? Yeah, I just want to create this kind of box, right? So this box I want to create, and maybe I'll go with this one, the primary one. But where is the? Okay, so I'm going to grab this, and for that, I'm going to create another div just below the article section. So let's do that. So notification slash div, I'm going to close it. And inside that, I'm going to show different notification basically. So why not? Okay. So different notification I'm going to show here inside this. So let's go with notification is primary. And inside that, I'm going to use some of the titles. So let's go to title and I'm going to grab this subtitle 6. So let's grab this H6 from here. Okay. And I'm going to name it like what I want to show, right? I want to show the IMDb. So this will be IMDb. And below that, I'm going to grab the subtitle I grabbed. Let's grab some title, maybe this title 4. Let's grab that. That is title 4, right? So here I'm going to use my values now. So something like this. And I have already created IMDb rating variable above. Let's do the copy paste for other things. Like the next one will be budget. And I think I've already grabbed budget there. And the last one for our gross. That's the gross revenue. So that will be gross USA. Okay, so I'm going to save and hopefully it should work. So let's do another search. Inception. Click. Okay, cool. See that? We're showing the entire detail about the movies here, right? And this is already looking pretty awesome, I would say. I need to do some formatting, maybe I need to increase this text input size, and then some spacing is needed. That we can do maybe in the cosmetic section of the video, right, where probably we can do all the formatting and all those things. So I think this is what I wanted to cover in this part of the video. We are able to search for maybe I'll search for another movie, Harry Potter. Let's see what we are getting. Okay, I'm getting Inception only. Let's click on this one. And if you see here, right, I'm showing the movies. Let's search for Avengers maybe. It's taking some time. Or maybe I got some error in the network. Maybe I'm not getting the data back. Let's try to refresh and search again. When my caps lock was on. Avengers. I need to put some loader also, right? Still loading, maybe. I don't know. Still pending. The call is still pending. It's taking time. I think the IMDb API is down probably. That's why we are not getting the data. Okay, so maybe I'll click on this one. And if you see, right, we are showing the details related to Avengers here. So I think we are going good. This application we're building incrementally, right? It's getting built pretty well. I think I'm happy with the result we are showing. Probably this color and this color is matching. Maybe I need to change this color as a last thing. So I'll go back to my notification. We have used green. So probably can we change it to something else? Maybe let's use this is success. Okay, notification and is success maybe. So let's replace that. I'm going to save. And if I go back and search for Avengers. Oh, I typed wrong maybe. Let's click on this one. Okay. So if we don't have any details related to that, let's search for Harry. Not getting anything related to Harry Potter. Okay, we got it. If you see here, right? Now this color is looking good and this is different from this color. So IMDb, budget, gross, I think everything looks good. Okay, so I hope whatever I have written, how we have handled, this part of the video, the selection of the movie is clear to you. I'm going to stop here. I'll come up with the next video, next part of the video. Maybe we'll do something else. Probably the plan is, I'm thinking of having another auto select here. This autocomplete basically. So you will know how to create reusable components. So we'll reuse the existing autocomplete component here so that you can do the comparison of two movies, right? So maybe on the left hand side, I'll put Harry Potter. On the right hand side, I'll put Avengers, and we'll do the comparison. What is the IMDb rating? What is the budget? And what is the gross? Okay. So let's build that in the next part of the video. Until then, you take care. Goodbye. And thanks for watching the video.